Next Sunday, during the Super Bowl, Americans will consume roughly 300 million pounds of guacamole. It is a logistical tsunami of green fruit that generates billions of dollars in a single afternoon. But have you ever wondered where all those avocados come from in the middle of February? They don't come from California. It's winter there. They come from a single, volatile region in Mexico, Michoacán. This state is the only place on Earth with the perfect volcanic soil and altitude to grow avocados year-round. But this geographical monopoly has a dark side. In Michoacán, locals don't call it a fruit. They call it oro verde, green gold. And just like gold or diamonds, where there is vast, unregulated cash, there is violence. The avocado on your toast didn't just grow on a tree. It survived a war zone. It had to bypass cartel roadblocks, travel in an armored convoy, and pay a protection tax at gunpoint. The supply chain of this innocent fruit is now more militarized than the transport of diamonds. Today, we're going to trace the insane, dangerous journey of the blood avocado. Before we dive into the cartel territory, I want to know where you are watching this video from. Drop your city and country in the comments below. And if you love uncovering the invisible logistics of the world, make sure to hit that subscribe button. To understand why a salad ingredient has become a national security issue, we have to look at the soil. Michoacán sits on the Trans-Mexican volcanic belt. This unique geology provides rich, fertile earth and a climate that allows avocado trees to bloom 4 times a year. For decades, this region was known for drug trafficking, but as the U.S. legalized marijuana in many states and the price of opium crashed, the cartels, specifically the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, and Los Viagras, needed a new revenue stream. They looked at the endless rows of avocado trees and saw a gold mine that couldn't run away. Unlike a meth lab, you can't hide an orchard. The trees are sitting ducks. So they instituted a shadow tax system, known locally as El Piso, the floor. The extortion is bureaucratic, precise, and terrifying. Cartel accountants keep detailed logs of every acre of land in the municipality of Uruapan and Tancítaro. They charge farmers a protection fee of roughly $250 per hectare per year just to exist. But that's just the subscription fee. If you want to harvest your fruit, you pay a fee per ton. If you want to transport it, the drivers pay a toll at illegal checkpoints. If you own a packing plant, you pay a percentage of your export value. It is estimated that organized crime extracts over $150 million a year directly from the avocado industry. It is a parasitic logistics layer on top of the legal one. The penalty for non-payment is medieval. It's not just a fine, it's total destruction. Cartels will send hit squads to chop down an entire orchard with chainsaws, wiping out 20 years of growth in a single afternoon. Or worse, they will kidnap the farmer's family. This reign of terror created a bizarre economic reality. The price of an avocado in a New York supermarket is directly tied to the level of violence in a small Mexican town. When turf wars break out between rival cartels fighting for control of the orchards, the supply chain halts and prices in the U.S. skyrocket. The cartels have effectively integrated themselves into the global food supply chain, becoming silent partners in your breakfast. They realized that trafficking fruit is easier, safer, and sometimes even more profitable than trafficking cocaine because the U.S. Border Patrol opens the gates for avocados while they try to close them for drugs. Once the fruit is harvested and the tax is paid, the logistical nightmare truly begins. The journey from the mountains of Michoacán to the border at Laredo, Texas, is one of the most dangerous freight routes in the world. Federal Highway 15D, often called the Highway of Death, is plagued by hijackings. Cartels steal the trucks not just for the valuable cargo. A single truckload can be worth $100,000, but for the vehicles themselves, using them as barricades to block roads during gunfights with the military. To combat this, the avocado industry had to militarize. The Association of Avocado Producers, APIM, couldn't rely on the local police, so they built their own defense network. Today, an avocado truck leaving a packing plant is tracked like a prisoner of war. Every vehicle is equipped with satellite GPS and hidden panic buttons. The data feeds into a private 24/7 command center run by the industry. If a truck deviates from its assigned route by more than 100 meters, or if it stops for too long on the highway without authorization, an alarm triggers. The dispatcher can remotely kill the engine, locking the brakes and turning the truck into a 20-ton paperweight that thieves can't move. But technology isn't enough. On the most dangerous stretches of road, the trucks travel in greengold caravans. These convoys are escorted by the Avocado Police, a state-funded, industry-equipped paramilitary force. They drive in armored pickup trucks with mounted machine guns flanking the 18-wheelers. It looks like a scene from Mad Max, but they are just transporting ingredients for a Super Bowl party. The stakes are so high that the U.S. government is directly involved on the ground. The USDA sends American inspectors to Michoacán to certify every single avocado before it leaves the packing plant. This creates a massive leverage point. In 2022, a cartel member threatened a U.S. inspector on his personal cell phone because a shipment was rejected. The response was immediate and devastating. The U.S. government suspended all avocado imports from Mexico. The entire industry froze instantly. The loss was estimated at $7 million per day. It was a stark reminder that while the cartels have guns, the U.S. market holds the ultimate power. The ban lasted a week, only lifting after Mexico promised even tighter security for the inspectors. This incident proved that the avocado supply chain is a geopolitical flashpoint held together by a fragile truce between farmers, governments, and organized crime.
If the truck survives the cartels and crosses the border at Laredo, the threat changes instantly. It's no longer about guns, it's about biology. An avocado is a ticking time bomb. The moment it is picked from the tree, it is dying. It releases ethylene gas, a natural plant hormone that triggers ripening. To survive the 1,500-mile journey to supermarkets in Chicago or Boston, the fruit must be put into a medically induced coma. This is the cold chain, and it must be unbroken. The trucks are kept at a precise temperature range of 38 degrees Fahrenheit to 42 degrees Fahrenheit, around 4 degrees Celsius. This is a critical window. If the temperature drops below 36 degrees Fahrenheit, the fruit suffers chilling injury, causing the skin to turn black and the flesh to become stringy. If it rises above 45 degrees Fahrenheit, the ripening accelerates uncontrollably and the fruit turns to mush before it reaches the shelf. The logistics of the Super Bowl are so precise that the avocados are not just shipped, they are programmed. Major distributors have massive ripening centers in the U.S., warehouses that look like scenes from a sci-fi movie. Here, the fruit is placed in sealed, pressurized rooms. The operators pump in synthetic ethylene gas to wake up the avocados from their cold slumber. They can time the ripening to the exact day the retailer needs it. Walmart might order a shipment of Stage 4 firm-ripe avocados for Tuesday, so they are perfectly Stage 5 soft by Sunday kickoff. It is a biological manipulation on an industrial scale. However, this industrial miracle comes with a devastating environmental cost back in Mexico. The insatiable demand for green gold has led to illegal deforestation. Farmers are burning down protected pine forests to plant more avocado trees. These forests are the winter sanctuary of the monarch butterfly, which migrates thousands of miles from Canada. We are literally trading butterflies for guacamole. The water footprint is also staggering. Avocado trees are thirsty, draining local aquifers and leaving indigenous communities with dry wells. The logistical success of delivering a perfect fruit to your table is built on an ecological disaster that is slowly turning the lush mountains of Michoacán into a monoculture desert. The cold chain keeps the fruit fresh, but it can't preserve the land it came from.
So the next time you are at the grocery store and you pick up that perfect bumpy-skinned Hass avocado, take a second to appreciate the journey it took to get to your hand. That fruit survived extortion, traveled in an armored convoy under machine gun guard, slept in a cryogenic chamber, and crossed a militarized border. It is a miracle of modern logistics, but it is also a symbol of a broken system. The green gold brings wealth to Mexico, but it also brings blood. It is the most dangerous fruit in the produce aisle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.